Hezet Cabo returns for the Heat Waves. Quarter scoring. Nueva Ecija 21 points each in the 3 quarters. Pangasinan got outscored in the first and third periods. Robles off the heel on that jumper. Alin Bulanadi. The crossover. Nice move. Counted. Plus a foul. Alin Bulanadi scores.
Oh, impressive finish by Alin Bulanadi. Getting the rebound and see open floor attack.
Dixer move of the game. Born for greatness.
At a certain point in time, you knew he was going to go back to that left hand, but nothing so much that Robles could do as si Alin Bulanadi already lifted for that layup make.
Bulanadi, his free throw will cut it to 2, 63-61. Billy Robles, Ryan Costello, Christian Panaytay, Byron Villarias, and Jammer Amito, the unit for Coach Don Dulay. Villarias, Amito up top, hand off to Robles, guarded by Bunadi. 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
There you go.
Villarias can't knock down that free, has missed his last 3 attempts from the outside.
And all those attempts, Ken, were open looks, no? He just knock it down.
Byron locates Panaytay. One-on-one against... Oh, the up and under. What a move, but just could not convert. But Amito there to stick it back in for Nueva Ecija.
How about staying disciplined on your hope to get an offensive rebound? Jammer stayed in there, recovered that miss, and turned it into 2 points.
Bulanadi bouncing it off. Manuel, who spins in the paint, lays it up and in. The muscle man with 4 points.
In game number 2, my big question was, why was Vic Manuel taking a lot of shots from the outside? Why was he getting touches from the outside? But that time around, he showed us, even if I get it on the outside, I still have handle to finish it off in the paint.
So palpal si Amito, si Alin Bulanadi. Robles sa loob. Amito with back-to-back baskets.
Lahat ng depensa ni Jammer Amito, parang kung iisipin mo, parang naka-help talaga eh. Kaya naiiwanan siyang libre in that instance.
Coach Don Dulay is fired up after those 2 baskets by Jammer Amito. Now he's asked to guard Vic Manuel. Oh man, Vic Manuel has caught Jammer Amito time and time again with that move.
Too easy. Drop step, move in the middle, little up and under, then a step.
The play of the game brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill, only with 747 Live.
That baseline drop step really just triggered Jammer Amito to try and block the shot, pero wala doon yung tira nasa kabila.
Dalawa lang ang lamang, 67-65. Panaytay barrels through Mike Mabulak. And Mabulak tagged with a foul.
We've always thought of Christian Panaytay as, you know, a matchup wonder against the other forwards. But so far, the Heat Waves have done a good job of keeping him checked. With Mike Mabulak, Jory Napoles, Alin Bulanadi, those guys can really keep up with the footwork and the foot speed of Christian Panaytay.
He misses the first free throw. Played just close to 8 minutes in total in game number 2 after coming away with 13 points in game number 1.
Ako, ang mas concerned ko dyan sa performance ni Christian Panaytay. He had only 3 attempts. Just 1 out of 3 after going 6 in game number 1, where he shot 5 of 6.
Bulanadi will bring the ball down for the Rice Banger, or the Heat Waves rather. Nasa loob na rin si Lervin Flores. Costello whistled for his 3rd personal foul. He's played a lot of hits, both free throws and trims the gap to only 1. 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists for the muscle man. As we have a timeout by NUEVA ECIJA. We'll be right back after this short break. Will Macaloni with another sterling performance. 12 points, 15 rebounds. Second consecutive double-double for Will Mac.
And 5 sa 15 rebounds na yan, nanggagaling sa offensive rebounds. So that to me is a good follow-up to, you know, his 10 and 9 rebounds in game numbers 2, number 1 and number 2.
By the way, quick shout lang sa class advisor nung Isle Gold ng Santa Cecilia, si Magnona Grafane. Pinapasabi ng batikan nating game announcer na si Richard Tampos.
Oh, nanonood din mga ibang mga taga-iba team. Coach Jeff Perlas, Jun Bonsubre is also watching, and even Coach Warren Capitan of Batangas, who they will have a really good game.
Manuel for the lead, lays it in. Vic Manuel has produced 8 of his 10 points here in the fourth period.
But crucial baskets, very important for Vic.
This time Robles takes the free, sasablay, at bola nakuha ni Lervin Flores. Pangasinan making their run here in the fourth. Magsanhan will direct traffic here, gives it up Eset Gabok, working with Vic Manuel. Manuel, the catch, the kick out. Bulanadi, shot fake, draws closer, leaning in, and Macaloni doubles up his 16th rebound. Robles, may buelo, pinasa palabas, Villarias, catch and shoot free, still no go.
My, all those 4 attempts for Villarias have been really good looks. Really could find the bottom of the net.
Under 6 minutes remaining. Gabo. The switch, the pass to Bulanadi. He drives again, dumps it down low to Flores. 4 seconds under shot clock. Bulanadi rising up for the jumper. Tapikan ng bola. It will end up with Christian Manaytay and a foul whistled against a heat wave.
But you see how Vic Manuel, as he gets relieved right now, continues to be active in going after the offensive rebound. Kahit sino tumitira kakampi niya, you always see him inside the paint trying to contest, you know, offensive possession for them in the hope of getting one more crack at the basket.
Manuel will earn himself some rest here, but expect a short one. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth. JV Marcelino can't turn the corner. Macaloni. Binigay muna kay JC Marcelino.
Rob wants it.
Celis with 5 on the shot clock. Matched up against Jory Napoles. 2 seconds left. Celis will not get it off time. What a defensive stand by Jory Napoles.
I like this, you know, in-game compete between Jory and Rob Celis.
And Napoles playing some mind games against Robbie Celis. We have a timeout. We'll be back with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the fourth. Jory Napoles coming alive here in the the second half. 13 points in total, go on with 6 rebounds and 2 steals.
Well, boy, did he come up, pretty big here in the second half. Medyo struggle ng konti doon sa mid of the second quarter, pero ang ganda ng recovery at balik ng isang Dorey Napoles. Enough for him to be, a vital contributor for the Heatwaves.
Only 3 points and 3 rebounds in game number 2. Coach Gerson Cabiltes. He's hell-bent on getting another one here on the road in Palayan City to knock off his former team, the one that they piloted the championship back in 2022.
Alam mo, close yung game. Pero sa mga ramdam mo, medyo slight momentum sa side ng Heatwave.
Galanza turns around. Shot will roll out. Celis comes away with it for Nueva Ecija. Past halfway point of the fourth quarter.
And the reason that we say that is that they look more, in my opinion, organized, at least in the last few possessions here in the fourth.
JV tried to skip it to JC. Able to catch it, leaning in, backs it in, and gives the lead back to Nueva Ecija.
Field goals have been few and far in between para dito sa Rice Vanguards in the fourth quarter, and thankfully that shot went in after those consecutive missed threes from Villarias.
11 points for JC Marcelino. Napoles drives baseline, and he was fouled.
I don't know about that.
Much the chagrin of the Novoeicianos.
And again, I'm just saying that based on how I saw it. I mean, that was a good help on that layup attempt. And to me, that was all ball.
Napoles. 2 free throws coming up. He is 1 out of 3 tonight. Leading his team in scoring. But another big miss. This one at least to tie it up. Free throws have been plenty for both these squads. Napoles though, coming up empty on that trip. But he makes up for it by coming away with a steal.
Wow.
Gabo in transition. Bulanadi to Vic Manuel. He takes the three. No good.
But that was the right pass. Medyo a little bit on timing off lang, no?
Under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. JC Marcelino using that Macaloni screen. He will lose it. No, it's a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to Nueva Ecija.
Thankfully, that possession stays with the Rice Vanguards. They're still up by 1.
Thankfully for them.
Yes.
Because they only have 6 seconds left on their shot clock. JC Marcelino. 3 seconds left. Kicks it out to his brother, JV, who can't cash in, but it's a shot clock violation apparently.
Yeah, because it never hit the rim. It hit the board first before it got to the rim.
Well, they will review it.
I think that's a valid call. Because he went glass instead of going straight to the rim. You see that? There's that kick. Clock reads 1. See,
nasa kamay
even
pa.
before pa pala.
That's pretty obvious.
I thought halos sabay lang yung tira at saka yung buzzer.
Three and 36 seconds left. Game number 3. One story will end, while another will move on. Nueva Ecija is in penalty. JC Marcelino tagged with a foul.
And sa dami ng free throws na tinake dito sa game na to, This seems to be more looking like a heat waves type of game.
Lawrence Victoria calmly sinks the first free throw. We are tied 70 all.
That's the 60-second free throw that we've taken in this game.
$18 lead changes and 12 deadlocks in this game. That's how close it has been. Pangasinan reclaims the lead. JC Marcelino will take his time against Hesed Gabo. Same action. Macaloni, the screen up top. They swing it to JV Marcelino. He drives, leaning in, and he gets the basket to drop.
So far, the last couple of baskets have all come from the Twins. None so far from Will, none from Rob, and even Byron.
This is where men separate themselves among boys. Manuel, the muscle man, this time matched up against Will Macaloni. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Bulanadi to bail them out. It will bounce out, and a rebound controlled by JC Marcelino.
That was a huge rebound for the Rice Vanguards. Bulanadi had a good look, but they secured that rebound.
Macaloni providing the screen. Kick out pass, JV for three! Five straight points for JV Marcelino.
And this is not the first time we've seen that kind of three from JV Marcelino on that same corner three on the floor here in Palayan.
Three-point shot brought to you by Extreme. Their one-stop shop appliances. The last guy you would think of hitting a free at this juncture. JV Marcelino delivers. Timeout, Pangasinan. They're down by 4. Moisianos about to erupt as JV Marcelino coming up with big plays. 11 points, but none bigger than those last 5. Chance of defense in Palayan City. Alin Bulanadi. Stolen away by Villarreal. Ahead is Robbie Salis. He will lay it in. Nueva Ecija is up by 6. We are entering the last 2 minutes. Dangerous pass. Bulanadi controls it with 10 on the shot clock. Vic Manuel tries a 3. No good. And JC coming away with a rebound. But he's in trouble. Victoria and Macaloni getting entangled. If it's a jump ball, possession arrow pointing to Pangasinan.
But there were a couple of really quick technical fouls thrown in there by the refs. I'd like to think, based on how it went, that would have gone to Will Macaloni as well as Lawrence Victoria. See this right here. Secures that ball. Holds on to it. Couldn't find anyone.
He got tied up.
Tied up with Mike Mabula. Still no call there. There was pushing.
I don't think there was really anything because Macaloni was just trying to clear space for his teammate who was down on the floor.
Yes.
And it wasn't really a big nudge.
Agree. Parang you're trying to keep one of your key players safe from, lahat na nangyayari sa loob. And I really feel that was a quick technical call by the officials.
Because that's gonna be big. Because Macaloni, that's going to be his fourth foul.
It is a double
Exactly.
technical foul between number 8, Lawrence Victoria, his second, and number 14, Will Macaloni, his fourth.
Ayun yung masakit, double technicals. Macaloni, who's been tremendous all series long. Tonight, 12 points and 16 rebounds. Bulanadi. Manuel is free. He tries another free. Still no go. Nueva Ecija trying to cling on. Macaloni swings it to JV Marcelino. A minute and 23 left here in regulation. 8 seconds left on the shot clock of Nueva Ecija. Villarias! No! And Gabo letting it sail out of bounds. That really would have brought the roof down here. Had the Nueva Ecija Coliseum had that gone in.
That was clear space and a good look for the right guy to make a three.
As this of the game is powered by 747 Live. Dito ka sa Legit.
And Rob Sell is finishing it off after that turnover forced by Byron Villarias after stealing that ball away from Aline Bulanadi.
Huge possession.
Important thing here for Hesed is to make these free throws.
Out of 4 from the line tonight. Sinks in the first. No need to foul yet if you're Pangasinan. A minute left, especially if Gabo can hit both.
Well, you don't need to. Still got a lot of time to try and come up with a good defensive stop and a crack on the other end.
4-point lead. Nueva Ecija certainly not out of the woods yet. Oh, JV pushing off against Hesed Gabo. Numbers here for Nueva Ecija. Celis got fouled hard by Napoles. That was actually a good foul considering the struggles of Robbie Celis at the line all series long.
But I did like though how Rob Celis immediately on a catch went up for an attempt, understanding na hindi nakafocus yung unang tingin ng depensa nito ni Joray Napoles. But the important thing in this situation is for Rob to make these free throws.
3 out of 6 tonight. Big miss. Bosbong on the edge. He is now standing up. Nueva Ecija has missed 10 free throws, 24 of 34. Celis rattles in the second. 78-73. Still a lot of time if you're Pangasinan. Gabo. Both teams in penalty. There's a Gabo, he drives, he kicks it out. Vic Manuel, high arcing free, it's good! Lead down to 2!
Well, they tried that numerous of times earlier, but this time, Vic sinks it.
And Pangasinan almost coming away with a steal. They will review it. Coach Gerson pleading his players to come back on the bench.
Look at that drive by Hesed Gabo on that kick weak side. We've said it earlier, that side of the floor for us three has been friendly for the Heat Waves, and it's still the same result here in this crucial part of the fourth quarter.
Let's see which player touched it last. This is gonna be a big call. Now the important thing, if you're Pangasinan, if in the event it stays with Nueva Ecija, you're just down by 2. You just need one more stop.
One stop, that's right. No need to foul. You gotta go for the stop first.
Now if you're Nueva Ecija, you still need to continue to execute here. A lot of time left on their shot clock. 18 seconds left.
Now the big question here is, will the Heat Waves go for a 2-for-1?
If they get the ball.
If they get the ball, I think they're gonna get it. Well, whoever team in that matter, whether it be Nueva Ecija or Heat Waves.
How about the guts of Vic Manuel after missing a couple of threes. He even had to adjust on that third attempt, but was able to still make it.
You see that? That was that ball tap.
It was off the ball, yeah. So Nueva Ecija with a basketball. Coach Don Dulay will sue for time. Still has 2 remaining. Will use one of them and will stay on the air and will listen in on this huddle by Coach Don.
Well, after nung pagkakatawag na yun,
Right? This has got to be important here, okay? We're gonna 4 out here. Okay? We're gonna look for Vic. Vic here.
Baka mag-zone niyo ko sa order na kami pares. Okay lang. Basta makuha lang natin. Yes, ikaw naman ha.
Hey, this is Robbie, right? If this is denied, you gotta flash, okay? You gotta flash.
Mr. Mike, go back on defense.
well, it's a hunt game. Now they're trying to hunt for whoever is defending Vic Manuel. He might be the one getting involved in some action, be it a 2-man game or he be the one to attack off of it.
3 fouls for Vic Manuel. And they've been successful with that high pick and roll action between JC Marcelino and Will Macaloni. Daming breakdown sa defense ng Pangasinan here in the 4th. They're having trouble inbounding it, and it's Bong Galanza intercepting that pass. Galanza all the way! We are tied at 78 all!
Major miscue off that inbound for the Rice Vanguards. Didn't have anyone free. Rob Celis was right there, but he got fronted, and that skip, what a timing on that deflect by Bong, and just the presence of mind to go ahead and finish it despite the defense of JC. That was big.
Bong Galanza, who has struggled all series long, making a big play on the both sides of the floor. Another timeout by Nueva Ecija. Well, we weren't able to catch on that timeout by Nueva Ecija. But to your point, Coach Mike, naging 2 for 1 because of that quick steal and basket by Bong Galanza. So for Pangasinan, 1 good stop. And if they secure the defensive rebound, they have the chance to close it out here in Palayan City.
Precisely, Ken. And so this is important for the Heat Waves to remember you do not need to foul.
5 on the floor for Nueva Ecija, the Marcelino twins, Byron Villarias, Robbie Celis, and Will Macaloni. 14 seconds left on their shot clock. Zipper action, muffed. Oh, Manuel, not a good foul.
Oh, man.
They are in penalty.
Oh, wow.
Something they did not need.
And look at the clock. Because at this point, it now becomes possible 2 for 1 for the Rice Vanguards.
Macaloni with a clutch free throw.
Sniper de Mexico, nanonood na. Pati si Javi pala niya.
Si Apports.
Apports.
Macaloni with another monstrous performance. 14 points and 16 rebounds. Coach Gerson Cabildes burning his final timeout.
Well, if they advance the ball, Ken, there should be enough time for them to execute anything. And so far, let's remember, they've been successful with Vic and Joray handling the ball.
34 seconds left. Let's listen in.
Mag-automatic choke yung mga yan. Okay? So relax tayo sa quick double. Walang pausan! Walang pausan!
Coach Mike, 34 seconds remaining. Both teams, no more timeouts. Both teams in penalty. And Pangasinan is down by 2. Win or go home. Game number 3 in this North Division quarterfinals.
And it wasn't enough to finish this in 2 games. Now we're still in it in the final 34 seconds with the Rice Vanguards up by just a couple of points with the Heat Waves having possession.
Legacies can be defined here in the last few possessions. Galanza will trigger it in. He is joined by Jory Napoles, Vic Manuel, Aline Bulanadi, and Hesed Gabo. Manuel is free! Backs it in! Quick basket for Pangasinan!
Boy, they missed that. A little short roll for Vic Manuel down on the low block. Too easy.
About an 8-second differential between shot and game clock. Marcelino trying to navigate through traffic. Deflected by Napoles,
That
and
should be
they
Heat
get
Waves.
back the possession.
That is going to be Heat Waves ball.
What a defensive stand by the Heat Waves.
And really, this series right here, he snaked it, got that deflect. But again, who was there to help? Jory Napoles to block that shot. But how about this setup though? Masked it with that lift upstairs by Bulanadi, but really intended for Vic Manuel to get that ball on the low block where he's been very successful.
Macaloni got screened there, got lost in that switch. And that was how Vic Manuel got free. 15 points for the muscle man after being scoreless in the first half.
And he's been quite crucial here in the latter part of this game, Vic Manuel. Really just coming alive at the right point of this game.
What a game. 12 deadlocks, 19 lead changes. We mentioned how this was the most compelling series in the first round of the MPBL playoffs. And boy, it did not disappoint. And it might come down to this one last possession. Pangasinan with a basketball on the road, trying to knock out the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards at home. Hesed Gabo, 11 seconds left. Matched up against JV Marcelino. 6 seconds remaining. Gabo
Too far.
slips, takes a shot. It's good!
God!
Hesed Gabo knocking out his former team here in Palayan City.
What a finish by Hesed Gabo. In certain points in the season, he's been judged to lead this Heat Waves. It was tough leading them initially, but to finish it off with that middle floater down